Right, good morning. It's another battle report today. This time we're dropping down a scale to 15mm. We're playing a game of To the Strongest, which is a cracking set of ancient rules. I'm playing a Macedonian successor, fairly generic sort of army, whereas John's taking on the ancient Indians today, which are very shooty. I think they're quite hard to master, but once mastered, I think they'll be very effective. Starting from this flank over here, I'll show you what we've got. So there's this command here, it's one command, and we've got Greek allied hoplites with 2 units of silver shields, which are veteran, in reserve, a unit of elephants, a unit of prodromoi, which are light cavalry and they are armed with a lance, and then we've got some twangy bits here with a range of how many boxes? 4 boxes, I think. I can't remember.
We'll look that up.
Yeah, we'll look that up. My central command is here, and we have the pipe blocks, 5 pipe blocks with 4 units of skirmishers, bow armed, bow, javelin, and more bow. I think the guys in red are Cretan, which means they'll be veteran. And at the back we have some imitation legionaries, Throphoroi, Peltas, Thracian, more Throphoroi there. And then finally over here we've got the cavalry. We've got bow-armed lights, cataphracts, we've got companion cavalry, and 3 units of Greek cavalry and scythe chariots, which we I don't think we used last time. I'm looking forward to using those on John.
Okay, so looking at the Indian side, on my right flank I have the cavalry contingent. We've got some raw cavalry because their cavalry wasn't very good, but we do have some heavies at the back, cataphract type cavalry there. I have a centre split into 2 because I've got so many units. Primarily they are warriors armed with javelin and with extra bows. Looking for the highlights because that's pretty much where it is. We have a little body of light infantry here. I believe these are the Maiden Guard.
Veteran today.
Which are veteran today. And then further across on the left side I have my elephant screen. And again, more troops, and as ever, a war engine behind my troops, which is a classic.
War engine, that sounds very Warhammer fantasy, doesn't
it? Absolutely. And then over on my left flank is my chariot contingent, light chariots up the front, and then my heavy chariots. Most of my units have either bows or javelins, so that everyone can throw or loose projectiles towards the enemy. Lovely.
Okay, so we'll set this up and we'll get cracking. Then here we go. So anybody who hasn't played this before, it's a card-driven game, and hopefully a quick game because we've got a couple of hours, haven't we? Just 2.5, 3 hours, and we'll see if we can get this completed. So who goes first? Shall we?
Yeah. Let's see that.
Oh,
2 already. Oh, 2.
10.
Oh,
Right, so I'll go first. And we'll try and explain the rules as we go along.
Yeah.
Right, so what I might do is I'll start with my cavalry on my right flank, and anything but a 2 means they can move 2 squares forward. You can't see the squares, but there's a grid here, and a 150mm grid, and the actual units are 120, so they're fitting quite nicely. So I'll start with my light cavalry over here with a 3. So they can move up to there. And I'll move my other light cavalry on a 4, that's looking good. The little counters donate the ammunition supply. The light cavalry have 3 chits. And I think I'll bring up the companions on the 7. behind. Same box, taking the general with them. I might leave the rest of the cavalry down here, and I can, if I want to, move forward again with one pip higher, isn't it? So it's on a 4, so they can move a 2. Give John something to think about. And the 4 here becomes a 5. I think I'll keep that as is. I think. Shall I? I'll try and bring the cataphracts up. 8. Oh, I should have said I was going to take a thing, shouldn't I? Because of those. And an 8. So that breaks down, that's command. Moving on to the centre. Infantry can move 1 square forward, 1 box forward. So I'll do a
brigade move.
brigade move.
Whatever it's called.
Yes. So the radius of their influence of the general is 2.
2 squares.
So 2 over, not including the one in the middle, or was it 1, 2?
No, I think it's 2 over. You've got 0 boxes, the
Yes.
box he's in, and then 1.
So we'll move them all forward 1 on a 2,
Oh.
which is quite good.
Oh,
So the
thank you.
lights go as well, don't they?
Yes, yeah. In fact, arguably, it could be the guys behind as well. Because they're still within that sort of box.
Yes, they are, aren't they? Oops,
But you might not want to do that.
you've influenced me already. So. Yes, the single figures behind some of the units are heroes. They can influence the melees. As John said, which I had already planned, and move forward. And then ready. And we'll try that. Oh, shall we do maybe one more move forward? 9, so.
This always happens, and I end up with a very imposing line of
Pike.
yeah.
But they are vulnerable, aren't they?
Yes, we had played with them before, and I think both of us had come away with the belief in their indestructibility. And then finally I was chased down and forced to fight them in our last game, and they can, once you receive a hit, you become disordered. Different units can absorb more disorder counters than others. But once they become disordered, they actually become quite vulnerable.
They are, aren't they? They're yes, it concerned me, that did a little bit, because it say they look imposing, but once you get at them. Right, so this command here, I think I'll keep this command as is, and that's my go over.
Ooh. And a bleak line on it. Right, moving on to
Yeah, exactly.
my
Yeah.
force. Oh yes.
A good thing about using 15 mil figures, if you can get the half-size playing cards, it does suit them a little bit better, doesn't it? It's a bit tight.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, let's see, hopefully, see John find a few aces.
So I will start with my cavalry, and I think I will do similar to Fraser. I will do a group move, and I think I can do a march move, which will add an extra
Oh yes.
dot
Yeah.
square of movement. So
Somebody's reading the rules last
that's
night.
on a 6, absolutely. 1, 2, 3. So let's give you a bit something to think about. Although having so many chits is a game in itself. Right, and my general has moved, taking his move with them. So that is a group move. Now, what do I want to do?
What do you play then?
That was a 6. However, at the present, I'm not too concerned. In fact, shall I get daring already?
I just noticed my flank of my...
Yeah, I was thinking they all stood still. However...
That could be a catastrophic error on my part.
Yes. However, the tricky thing with this game is, and you realise, I've played a 6 there, so I need to score more than 6. So that'd be a 7. If I make it a difficult activation, it's an extra bit more, so it's an 8. So I think what I'm going to do is move this unit diagonally, so that's a difficult activation, and it will be on an 8, and they failed. So that is that unit shut down. Now moving over to, I didn't state, but the demarcation of centre right and centre left is about here. So these guys do include the Maiden Guard. They also have this one elephant just for ease, so I can move everything. And I think in this case, I'm going to move this entire box forward one. So that is my light, javelinmen and archers, and they're moving forward on a 5, taking their chips with them. This whole box is going to move forwards, so I get a 9, so they're less likely to move again for that whole box. And then I'll move this box forwards. Lovely, that's a 2.
So the range of the longbows is 3 boxes, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And I think I will bring these guys forwards. Behind. I will bring the elephants forward. That's actually my most important move. That's on a 9, so they're probably not going much further forwards. And the longbowman, I could have done this as a group move, I now realise.
Yeah.
And that's then move forward. So everybody's played a card, so I've got a variety of possibilities. At the moment, I'm going to move my general, take his free move, and I'm going to move these guys forward again as a box. So that's a 9, so they're now out here. I'm just seeing that sort of angle there as a bit of a gap to bother. And I'll move these guys up behind, and they're one box, they get a 10, so unless I get a natural 10 afterwards, I'm not moving them again. I will attempt to move the lights, both of these in this box, a box forwards, that's a 5, so that's a failure. And unfortunately it's the wrong box for the general. Right. Now I can't march move here because these guys are within, it would take us into a zone of control, but I am going to do a group move, the entire of the left centre forwards, but I did it on a 9, so it's very unlikely that they're doing anything else.
I like that.
Yes. Although actually I think rushing up to your pikeman is not in my interest. However, what I want is a bit of space.
Yes, you don't get too cluttered up, do you? Yeah.
These will come forward as well. The general seems to be sitting with the ballista. Right. Is there anything else I particularly want to do? I will attempt to move these guys forwards on a 10, and that's a fail. So, and then over to the chariots. Now the chariots do have longbows, the light chariots. So actually I am going to start firing at these lights.
Dirty.
So I will start with the centre
8+.
guys. I've got an ace. However, they have got the general in the box, so I'm allowed to re-roll once a turn. So they've now got a 6. and a baseline strike hitting on an 8, and they get a 9.
Oh, now.
Almost never happens.
No.
Bulls all day.
So I am. What's my save? So it all slows down a little bit.
Absolutely. Reference sheets and stuff. Oh, I forgot to use my stupid stratagem. Never mind.
Right.
Just I've left it there.
Yes, I forgot what mine was. Light cavalry, bow, saving on 8 plus.
Ooh.
8 plus. So I'll play it down the bottom, which is a 9. So
Oh, a save. Right, in which case I will activate these guys, and we're going to do the same. We're going to shoot. So that's on a 7 that time.
So activated.
I've missed.
Miss.
Oh, and I need to remember to take the chits away. And we will do the far left, another 6, and hitting on an 8, ace.
Which ace is not high in this game.
No, absolutely, it is. Always fails. Right, in which case I will attempt to reactivate these, and that's failed. So that's the end of my turn.
That's the end of the turn. So back to the good guys. We'll start at the far end over there.
I think the joy of this game, and I, to be honest, when Fraser first brought this to the club for us to play, I don't want to say not impressed, because that makes it sound like I was a dick, but I wasn't excited about playing a war game on a grid.
You don't see it though, do you? After a while?
No. But I thought, this is borderline a board game with miniatures, and actually what I realised very early, I'm an utter convert. I think it's genius.
I think so.
Because it subtracts all the worrying about, is that 8 inches or 8.5 inches? Can I charge from this position? Or my unit doesn't really fit around this bit of terrain.
Yeah.
I've got a plan, but it never seems to come off from a variety of factors related to the battlefield, and it removes that. But it actually feels crunchy enough that there will now be, sod's law, it's not going to happen, I will all just run away. But we are now going to have a tussle on the right flank between the cavalry and your left flank. There'll be a tussle on the left flank between your cavalry and my chariots, and there'll be a centre which will get bogged down. But, and there's a push and a pull, and there's things will go right and wrong, and it's just brilliant, but it's so fast.
And I totally agree with that, and I think it's the simplicity, but it's a lot deeper than you think is at your first impression. It's so well thought out. But anyway,
yes, sorry.
I'm very concerned about the vulnerability of my flank there, which I did seem to overlook. Now the hoplites can move diagonally, and it's not a difficult activation.
Yes, to the right.
Yes. Only to the right. So I really want to seal that up. But what I might do is make a move forward first of all. So I'll do a brigade move, divisional move, a flank move on a 10.
Oh no!
No. Now I can replay that because I've got a general there. And I can see if I want to throw a lower card. I might do that. I don't throw an ace out of the way. A 5, that's better. But he can only activate once, can't he? He can only play a card once, so that's them all forward.
Now everyone is starting from that number, which is why 10 was.
Bow go up. And now I will move diagonally to this box here. So that becomes, they're deep though, aren't they? So that would be a 7, won't it? I think.
Yes.
Because if they're on a 5, they need one
higher.
which will be a 6, but they're deep, so that's a 7.
Yes.
Oh, and they get it. So that brings them over to there.
There we go. Doing their job, protecting
The flank.
the blocks of pike.
But I didn't say that's going to be a group move, did I? So, in that case, that goes with that. No, that stays with it.
It goes with them, but we just have
Yeah.
to remember everyone else activates
On an 8 then.
on a 6. Well, they
No.
would, yeah.
Let's try and move these one forward. No. Ooh, I don't think I should have done that.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's as safe because I would still have to do 2 moves to get to a point where I can charge.
Yes, and if you go to, there's no zone of control there.
Yeah.
That's the zone of control there, isn't it? The box in the front of the unit is, it almost, you stick there, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
It limits you. This lot here then, I think I'll stay there. There's no point overextending myself just at the moment. So to the cavalry, the light cavalry, I think I'll do a bit of shooting hopefully. Now the light cavalry bow have a special rule.
You can shoot and scoot, can't you?
Yes. So first of all I need to activate these guys here on a 3,
Oh, nice.
and then on the baseline they'll be hitting on 8. No. This guy here. Oh no, they're not in range, are they?
No, it's 1, 2 just for bows, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
3 for long bows.
I'll move this unit here to the flank on a 6. The reserve cavalry in reserve will move forward 1, 2. 9. So they come to there. And the others move alongside on a 4, 2. And the side chariots, 2. And then we'll try and shoot again on a 4. Hit on an 8. No. So that goes down to a 2. Down to a 1. And the ones there move forward 1. Yes, move forward 1. But they can't shoot now, can they?
No, they would have to
They do a shoot,
another activation for a shoot.
We'll try on that. Which they
Oh,
do.
they do.
Hitting an 8.
Ooh.
No, so I think I'll call it quits there.
Right.
That goes to 2. So far, well, we'll see.
Tactical pause. You've straightened your line up. You started off as a sort of oblique, and then it's now looking a lot more flat.
But this area here, I'm not overly happy with.
Yes. Shall I? Happy? Right. Getting a habit is sort of move from right to left. So. Oh dear. Right. I'm going to move. Now, I do not want to charge blocks of phalangites with my very raw Indian cavalry. So I'm going to come 2 forwards with this one. And it's an ace!
Ooh. And no general in the box.
No, general's next door.
They are raw.
Yeah. No, thank you. We will stay here and admire.
Do what you have to do.
Right. I will move this box forward. The centre right are all within range of their general, so I'll move them all forwards one move. And I get a 2. However, that's not good enough
To go into the
because I've got a normal unit trying to get into
rough
terrain.
So that's difficult.
So I can do a re-roll, and I've got an 8, which is less exciting, but is better than. So this unit will come forwards.
The lights could have gone in there, couldn't they, without
Yes,
any
yeah, the
problem?
lights aren't, but I think because a group activation, everybody has to go at the sort of, either all succeeded or nothing succeeds. Do some chit admin.
Its hoplites may never move or charge diagonally to the left front.
These are 1 forwards. These are 1 forwards. These are 1 forwards. 1 forwards. 1 forwards. Right. However, everybody moves on an 8 now. So I think I'm actually going to try and move forwards this box. In fact, I might take a free move on my general, diagonally over to here, and then these guys are going to come 1 forwards, but not on an ace. So they are finished. This group, I'm going to do a group move on the elephants, who are going to all move 1 forwards on a 7.
Oh dear. You see, the pipe blocks may look daunting to you, but we want to see the elephants coming.
Yeah, I bet.
They're not very happy.
And I think I will try and charge these elephants forwards. So charge into this box, and they fail because it's a 7 here, 7 there. I need to beat it. Right.
It's a breather.
We will return to the shooting gallery here. This is it. I always get it wrong. Cantabrian circle.
Oh yeah, it's something like that, isn't it?
So they're going to activate to shoot. They do it on a 7. They need an 8 plus to hit. They miss. These guys to shoot, miss. To shoot, miss. So a fantastic amount of. I think I forgot to take their chit away. They had a shot last time, so they're all down to 1. Oh, that's annoying. Right, I will fire my last longbow. I really wanted to have more ammunition facing the proper cavalry.
Yeah.
I probably should. Oh, I've hit. With these guys.
Saving on at 8.
Yes.
Oh, I can do this.
Really.
Otherwise, they're off, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah. The light units have 1.
No. So that's them.
Right.
So first.
So that's actually them out of arrows now. However, what am I going to do with them? They've got a range of 3, so I think I will try to move these guys who are on a 5 forwards, but that's a 2, so they're not. So that's
all done?
Yep.
We'll start at the far end. But I need to plug that gap. Yes, I'll do a group move. They'll all be the same, haven't they, if I do a group move? Let's move these forward 1 move on a 9. Oh, I'll take that at the moment. I said all of them, didn't I? nice and high enough, isn't it, for them to go into there? I think that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I might as well try and see if I can get a 10 to move that and plug the line. No. So that's those done. Centre group, which is these here. Range of the bows too. They're still out, so they'll stay in place. I think I'll move the scythe chariots forward. Yes, into this box here. Number 2.
Ooh.
There, he's in 2. Now, can they do a diagonal charge?
No, I think
No, they
you
can't,
cannot.
can they?
Oh, no. No, I think you can.
Are they in a straight line, but you do lose your bonus then? Because don't they build up...
I thought it's just that you'd move 2 boxes. I think you can. Chariots get an advantage if they move 2 to charge.
Yes.
My feeling is, as long as the second move is straight, I
The
thought
charge
that was
success with
acceptable.
scythe chariots need to build up momentum. When charging 2 boxes, which they would be,
Yeah.
they play a bonus.
Or are they only allowed to charge forwards?
Page 24.
I was at 33 in accelerating.
See, check that other piece. It doesn't say about a straight line. When charging 2 boxes, may play a bonus to hit card. And although light may charge form troops. So
I think
with
you
light,
can.
I think they can,
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
they? So they're still in 2. They're still in the general's influence, aren't they?
Yes.
Right, so so it'll be a difficult charge, won't it?
Yes, because there's a diagonal. Oh,
And that's not good enough, is
yeah,
it? I don't think.
nearly.
So that's that. That's me done.
Right, that's a very quick move.
Put it all back on you. That's the.
Yeah, I know, that's the...
Yeah.
Put me under pressure, I'll
Yeah.
crumble very rapidly, instantaneously. Right. Well, I think I will declare a charge with this cavalry on your
Oh, dirty.
ballista. So that's a 6.
So get that in.
And it is a 6 up to hit. And I hit. Now,
yeah.
rare.
Artillery.
YouTube channel first.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Artillery. Save on a 7+. Here we go. 3. So they're off. Oh, damn. So you go into the.
I move into that box.
But we're not playing at the lights. Go towards victory points, are we? Which we've
No.
got to work out.
Yeah.
I think we'll know one of us is beaten.
We'll fight. Yeah, generally it's obvious. Right. In which case, I'm going to move this box forwards into this on the diagonal.
Yes, you're trying it, aren't you?
So that's on a 9, unfortunately.
Yes, all of a sudden.
Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw my javelin at this unit in front of them. What were they on? They were
6.
They were on a 6.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was getting myself. And that's a 9,
So you're hitting on 8.
which I missed.
Good.
So that's a 9 and 9. I think I'll leave the heavies there. I think I will leave these guys here. So that's the flank.
Yes, so you're overloading my flank there, aren't you? And I can't charge you there, can I?
No, because
Because it's on to my left.
they don't go to the left. Yeah.
So it's all down to this unit here.
Right, moving on to the centre. I'm going to move my lights here forwards 1 on a 4. So that's a good position for them. I'm going to move this box of lights, so both units, forwards 1 into the woods. That's a 9, so that's still useful because I'm in the woods. I'm going to be aggravating. Where's the general? General is here. I think I'm going to fire the front unit, who have a mix of javelins and longbows, but I'm going to fire them at this unit to their front. That's a success. Hitting on an 8, they miss, and I'm down a chit. In fact, I will trade that in for this unit, who I forgot to take a chit off. So there we go. However, that was on a 2, so I think I'm going to go again, and that's on a 4 on the same unit, and a miss on an ace. I think I'll fire these bowmen out to your thing directly in front. They fail, so that's moving on. And I forgot to move my elephants. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Right. I think I'm going to take my free move 2, so the general can come and join these elephants, and I'm going to charge to the front with a 2. However, it's deep unit, so that is a failed activation.
Yes, yes, that's right.
So this time it's a 10.
So I can evade, can't I?
Yes. Which necessitates looking up.
Yes.
Evade.
Evade.
I think it was a 7+, and then if you succeed, you jump back, and if you don't get a strike back.
5+ in open evading mountain.
Oh yes, because you're a...
Yes.
Yes, I forgot there's a whole... Oh, in fact, they count as infantry, so I think it's a 3+.
Oh, it's a 3+, is
Yeah.
it? 7. So
Arrow.
they evade.
So you go back.
So this is a light unit, so they can move into this
Yes.
one, can't they?
Yes.
Will they go in front, do you think?
I think you can opt to do either. Well,
No.
I think with lights you can interpenetrate
Yes. So we'll move to
at will.
at the
So
back.
I will now move here. However, they are on 10.
Which is a bit annoying, because if I charge you, I'll lose my bonus,
Yes.
don't I?
Yeah, there was a. So I think I will carry on smashing forwards. So these elephants are going to come forwards on a 6. These elephants come forward on an 8. These on a 7, and these were part of the other command. I'm going to move this box of light units forwards on a 2. They occupy the terrain, and actually because of the rampage risk, and I'm not sure how much the Indians did this.
Well, if they're escorted, they don't rampage, do
Oh
they?
yes, of course. So
Yeah.
I could. There you are. I was getting myself. I had a whole.
No, I read that last night.
Yeah. In which case, let's move these guys up. So this box forwards. Now, 1, 2, these are actually outside of command, so they'll be activating on a 3, not a 2. 1, 2, these guys forwards, 3, so that's lucky. Bring all the chits forwards. Bring these guys forwards. 8. Oh, it's gone well, which means they're going to have
Yes,
incredible cards.
it's.
And these guys.
I don't know how the pike are going to cope with those elephants.
And these guys forwards. Or in fact, does it increase the further you are?
What's that?
You're in range or you're out of range. It's not a.
Class.
That's. I think that might be a black powder thing that I've made up. You're either in or you're
Yes.
out. Out of command.
I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? The further you're away.
Yeah, but I suppose there's a argument. It's not so much that you're not hearing; it's now that you're acting on your own initiative, and that's
Yes,
the same.
and that's
here.
it, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. So I think I will leave that as my centre. Is there anything else I want to do? I'm not desperate to charge into your pike with elephants. I might let you stew. However, yeah, it's how much pressure I can put you under.
Yes, because if you damage him, you've got to get the infantry behind to take advantage,
Yeah.
haven't you?
And I think as well, there's a selection of high cards there, so
Yeah.
I think it's unlikely to. What I don't want is one to go rampaging off, but then maybe that would.
But
be
yeah, it might.
Right. Let's bring the group move. One move forwards for the chariot contingent. They get that on a 7. I think I'll take that. So everyone comes forward one. There we go. Chip management, right. Now they've got longbows, so which have 3, 1, 2, 3, so you're just out of range. But I'm on a 7, which means if I get too close, there's a likelihood that I get if I do manage to get forward, I'm very unlikely to be able to fire. So what I might try and do is replenish on these chariots, which I believe is a save.
That's right.
Which is 8+. So I need to activate first, which I don't because it's an ace.
Okay. So swing back to the side that concerns me. Alrighty. So that cavalry. What I might do is bring my general. You can move 2, can't he?
Yes.
1, 2.
Ah.
And we'll charge forward. Now it's a difficult activation because the wood.
Charging out of the wood.
Yes. On a 6, which is enough. Oh, I don't do that, do I? Let's move it because they're adjacent.
Yep.
So they hit on 6+,
Yes.
which they do.
And they save on an 8+, which they don't. So they are now disordered.
Down there, John.
Oh, thanks.
So they
Which
hit
means
back.
they hit back on an 8, and they miss.
Now I can go again, can't I?
Yes.
But that'll be an 8 then, won't it? Because it's a
Difficult plus
the terrain.
plus 1 for
Yes.
another. Yeah, yeah. So I need to think in terms of difficult activations rather than modifiers.
I see. I can see you charging there. What I might do is, because this is how my mind's going to work, you can charge there, which means I fight back. It won't be a flank attack.
Mm.
If I charge there and knock you out, does that mean you could move in there and then turn? Because if you're in there, you can't turn to face, can you? You couldn't move in there.
Yeah, but you would occupy that square there.
Yes, that's right.
So you'd be.
Yes. Let's try that then. So I need an 8. No, so that's that done. Made my mind up for me.
Yes.
On a central command, to do here is bring this unit here, shift it over one, just to block that hole up, which they do. The bow might as well start making hopeful inroads. So these far across there, needing a activation. 3. Hitting on an 8. No. So that's there. So I must remember to take that off. Likewise with this one. They activate, needing an 8. Oh, they do.
Oh,
Straightforward.
So these guys.
Yeah, straightforward.
So that is a 7+ save, I think. Oh, sound uncertain enough to. Oh, here's a challenge: 6+ Indian, 7+ African. So I'm guessing I'm an Indian.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's a 6+ save to here, 7. So, whew.
Bugger. And over here, I'll shoot at you in the woods. On the lace.
Oh.
So that breaks down, that one. And over here, well, the Scythe Chariot's got to go forward. They have to. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll move up the cataphracts 1.
Oh.
They could have charged him, couldn't they?
Yes.
The lights. So the chariot's going to charge forward. Late. Hitting what? There's only one card. The 2 on a. No.
And hitting back on a 6. 7.
Oh. And saving on. So chariots. Saving on a 7, which they do.
Oh. Cagey early moves.
Don't like that 8 there. I'll charge these guys here into the elephants. That's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. So that breaks down. That's me.
What I might do
Oh yes.
is try a close-up, which hopefully I can splice into the video, but we will see. Brace yourself, everybody. So I don't use my camera ever. I'll do a little close-up of the situation. So down here we can see the Indian cavalry.
Yes. So these charge and got a disorder on this unit here. Oh, they didn't use their lance bonus.
Ah.
Next time.
Well, they've still got it, haven't they?
Yeah.
So here are the phalangite blocks.
This is my concern, this area here.
Then we've got the line of pike, and the elephant screen is just coming into contact with them. As I pointed out earlier, I've stood the infantry behind. Down here, conflict betwixt chariot and elephant.
I'll tell you what, that belongs
And
to
over
the...
here, the companion cavalry face off opposite the chariots. And heavy chariots behind. Swinging around slightly, here we have
The masses.
Indian line, and also what I've learned is hugging the cover with light infantry is really useful. It makes them very sticky.
Okay, well done.
Lovely.
So hopefully, an Oscar is on the way.
Yes, absolutely. It just makes the, hopefully, I think
Well,
people have commented that they like looking at the middle
Yeah.
miniatures up close. Right, the excitement continues. Right, what to do? I think this front unit are going to throw their javelin at, in fact, just to demarcate where they are, I will do this. They're going to throw their javelin into the woods on a 10,
Ooh.
so that might be all they're doing.
Yeah.
So that will be hitting on an 8. Oh, and they hit.
Ah, no, my light, their class is light, so 7 plus. Oh no, so they take a hit. Is that them off?
Are they classed as light, or are they?
I'm sure the class is light but armed with lance.
Oh.
Lancers, it's light cavalry, lancers such as Macedonian prodromoi.
Right.
So that's them off.
Oh golly.
I think so. Light cavalry.
I kind of just assumed they were a bigger body.
1 hit.
Yeah. Oh golly.
Damn it, they took me bloody ages to paint, they did. Right, where should we put these? That's there.
Well, that is a bit of a boon because.
Yeah, so they go in, don't they?
Yeah. Oh no, they don't, because that was javelins. We were throwing javelins at you.
Yeah, so the hero comes off as well.
So they remain in their square.
Is there a threat to the general? There is, isn't there? Because if you hit them,
Yes.
so it's a 2 plus. No, so the general's okay.
Now these guys behind are going to charge. You'll still get a fight back though.
Yes.
So front guys charging on a 9. I
Hitting
think I'm going
on
to leave that. Hitting on a 6. They miss, so you get to hit back
no, hitting
on
back.
a 6.
6, which I do. So you do a
I get
save.
Save, which is an 8, which
Damn.
in a rare alignment of numbers. That doesn't seem as great as I thought it was, but they are safe from a counter charge. However, I think, in fact, no, I can only throw over. Can I throw overhead diagonally? I know you.
I think so. I think there's a chart, isn't there, somewhere that shows you how to.
I have a feeling it might not.
Oh, is it 1 forward then?
Yeah, so they can
Yeah.
only throw overhead.
Shooting.
I need to stop. I'm terrible for just going. I know there's an index. I'll just flip
There
through.
is some. I'm sure I've
I'll
seen
find
something.
it.
Who's moved that in?
44.
44. I'm looking at 50.
Yes, overhead fire is only. Javelins can throw sideways, but overhead fire can only be.
And can they move? They fire. Yes, that's right.
So
Where's that? The.
that's on page 45.
Ah, yes.
Right.
So only forward if you're firing overhead,
Yes.
throwing, shooting.
So I cannot have another go with somebody else. So I think I'm actually going to leave them be then, because they've got such high figures. I suppose I will attempt to move 1 forwards on a natural 10. So that's them breaking
They've got
down.
that 9 out of the way as well.
Yeah,
don't they?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Although it could have just been a 2. Right, looking at the right of centre, I think it's time to start peppering. Oh no, they're javelin on. Oh, that's a bit silly. I've got those the wrong way around. I will fire longbows at this unit here with these lights. So they activate on a 6 and they hit on an 8, which they miss. I will activate these guys and I'll actually fire at these guys here. So activate on a 9, hit on an 8 and they miss. So that's another one down.
It's quite hard to actually hit something.
Yeah, it stops it from being overpowering, I think.
Yes.
But I think because you've got so few hits on each unit, as soon as you've got
Yeah.
a disorder,
Yeah.
it becomes a big deal. However, I'm a little bit worried. I think I'm going to take a free move to here so that I'm actually more central. And now I'm going to move my elephants forwards. 4, that's quite nice. going to move the Maiden Guard and their accompanying Javelin One, but that's an ace. So that's them broken down. Right, now it's getting more interesting over here in the left group. I'm going to continue the fight with the elephants. We're going to go straight forward into the scythe chariots.
Oh,
That's
they're deep, aren't they?
two.
So do they need to be at 3?
Oh no, they are. So
Yeah.
I need to use the general. Good, good. So that's a 4 that time.
That's better.
Hitting on a 6. So that's a 9.
Do you get any bonuses for it?
I think they have a optional shock, but I didn't. It's a once a game shock, actually, is it?
Play a bonus, yeah, it's any time you want to, so you could play another card. Does that mean I've got to save twice, isn't it?
Yes. So yeah, let's do that. So actually, that's the second hit.
So I'm saving on a 7, didn't I say? So 2 7s. So 2 fail, that's off, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you must go into the box.
Do I? Because there's still the lights there.
Don't you charge in those?
I don't know. I think it's
I don't know.
only if it's an empty box. I think it.
Wasn't there something in the errata which we haven't
Oh,
got to hand? Melees. Should no enemy units remain in the box.
yeah.
Yeah. Is that including lights in the chart?
I don't think so. I think it just sticks
Okay.
because it's not a free enough area for my guys to move into. I think. However, I have already reused my
Oh
activation.
no, we forgot to test the morale.
Ah,
Oh, but it's not light units though, is it? Or
yeah. I think yeah.
We'll
Let's make it
we'll
easy.
read
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Do I keep going? I think I'm going to keep going, but I don't because I don't. So that was a 4 on top of a 4 again. Right. You need to give your guys something to think about. So I'm going to do a group move forwards. 2.
Very good.
I didn't specify 1 forward, but that's what I'm doing. That's what I needed, to be honest, because it means I can get my longbows out again. Right, and I will start with this unit who are going to fire longbows at this unit of Cataphracts. And they fail to activate, so that is my turn.
Oh, I think I need to be a bit more aggressive here. Right. It's just I don't know what to do. I just can't remember if I can move into here, can't I?
Yes, because I'm not occupying the box.
Being deep, that's a double difficult activation, isn't it?
Yeah, and is it moving into terrain as well?
Yes. So it's going to be 2 is base, so it's 3 for a difficult activation.
4 because you're deep,
5.
because it's into... But you have got your general, so you can always have your general jog up.
Yes. So,
This way, chaps.
so shift over to the left. Okay. Here we go.
Succeeded.
Succeeded. So. He goes with them. I'll one, two. So they're out of. I think I need to move those up to plug that gap, which I will do. 10. That's better. So they're there. So they're there as well, aren't they? Leave that. Come back to that. Let's do a bit of shooting. So these guys here on the 6, hit on an 8. No. These guys here. On 8. No. And these guys here across the elephants on an 8, which is the one I wanted. On a 10.
Oh, and it hits
so yeah,
right. So 6 up save for the elephants. Oh, saved.
Saved.
Thick
So they all
hides.
go down to 1. That one and that one. One shot left. Yes. Cavalry over here. We'll charge the elephants. A 5. Hit on a 6. No.
Hitting back on a 6. Yes.
Oh, saving on a.
That's 5 up, isn't it? For
Saved it.
they're tough.
I'll charge it. That's a difficult one, isn't it? Let's bring up the rest of the cavalry. First of all, this one. 8. Two, 3. In fact, they can move 2, can't they?
Yes. Oh, right in my face.
Likewise with these.
Yep.
Just so we've got that in. So the cavalry has moved up 2 squares. I might as well charge those in there, which they do, don't they? So hitting you on a 6, which they do.
Saving on a 7. Anytime I say anything like that, it needs to be checked.
Like chariots. Like chariots cavalry, isn't it?
Yeah, 7 plus. Oh no,
No,
they've got
8.
bows, so
Yeah.
that's 8. So 8 plus? No, so that is.
Is that first blood, is it?
I think that's the first unit you've destroyed yet.
It's
Been lots of bloods, but I think I now need to make a save for my general.
a 2.
Phew. That's an 8.
So I then
However,
go-
he's going to flee. That
And
will
they
come
go
up
into the box.
now in the box. With a 3 card to your name.
So I'm in the, yes, that's right, isn't it? And I'll charge again on a 4.
Oh, here we go.
Hitting on a 6. No.
Hitting back on a 6. Yes.
Saving on cavalry. 7s. So they take a hit. So they're now disordered. So once disordered, you melee on 8,
Yes.
which is not very nice. So I'm now sort of, Gerald's now too far away from these, so they're going to be difficult activation. So we'll move this one up on a 9. 2.
Was there a rule for cavalry being, again, am I applying black powder rules? Was there a sort of independent kind of, I think it's marauders in black powder.
I think it might be marauders.
Yeah, in that, but was there that for cavalry?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Let's move these up. No. Let's activate these first of all to shoot. So can do. Hitting on 8. Nope, so that goes. And let's move these forward. 9.
Oh, past the elephant.
And with a caution to the wind, and see if we can charge these again on a 9.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you've still got a reroll,
yes.
though, haven't you?
No, that's it. So a bit more intricate. So I managed to hopefully plug the gap there, but how long for? I'm not too sure.
But there is this phenomenon where you get units that sort of flounder and they become, so for instance here, my raw cavalry are disordered, so they are now, it's more difficult, it's an extra point to activate them, they only hit on an 8+.
Oh, is it? I don't think it used to. It doesn't affect activation disorder, does it? You don't. It's not a difficult. It never has been, and that was a bugbear for quite a few people.
Where have I?
I'm sure it's not, because it doesn't get classed as a difficult if you are.
I may.
Yes, because that was one of the rules I did
Points of
question at the
contention.
time.
Yeah. Maybe I. Was it an FAQ thing?
No, I don't think it was ever the case, was it?
It's just something we all think
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
Oh well, okay. Oh well, so they're not so hard, but
But it's the fighting ability.
yes, and
That's the
and
thing.
you've, you know, for instance, in that, if I was to charge them forwards, they are probably, if we boiled down the statistics, more likely to die than anything else happen. Right. However, stop my whining. Get on with
Hang on a
it.
sec, I'm just loading in the middle of loading the cards.
Oh right. Yeah.
Right. This can get very bloody very quickly,
Yeah.
and it'll be over in an hour.
Which is the glory
Yeah.
of the game. Because for the size of the battle and the number of units, how quickly we have met. So we will start with this.
So you're in this box here, aren't
Yes,
you?
I think I'm actually going to throw javelins to begin with. I succeed on an 8, which is a very high first card. Do I want to do anything else? No. And I miss with my javelins. So that is them down a javelin. I think I can't charge. However, I don't think you get your bonus, I presume. Again, I'm presuming, but head-on charge to
In a wood.
phalangites would probably not be.
Oh, they're hoplites, aren't they?
Hoplites
They're
would
big
be-
phalangites.
Yes,
Yeah. Just before someone would write in.
absolutely. John and his abhorrent lack of ancient knowledge.
Which is twice as much as mine.
Yes. These sticky men. No, the longer sticks. What am I going to do there?
You can do a diagonal charge, can't you?
Yes,
But
although I'm already on an 8. And actually, at the moment, because I've got javelins, it's more efficient to actually throw javelins than actually charge.
so these can throw javelins, can't they?
They've run out of
Oh, they've
javelins.
run out.
They're all javelined out. I think I'll move the cataphracts up 1 because they're threatening, They are 1, 2, so they're still within range. So I will move them here. Although it's probably not a good idea for them to fight head on against.
Well, the save's good, isn't it?
Populates. Yeah. Yeah. So they're
And
not
on with the lance, it's +1 melee.
but I have a feeling it's +1 to hit for you, so I really would have to get that first hit. Right, I think actually, on the subject of letting the other person
Sort it out.
I'm going to leave that there.
Dirty.
Moving over to the right, I think we're going to do some more shooting out the woods. So we're going to shoot straight ahead with our longbows here. It's an ace, nothing happens. General is miles away.
Oh dear.
No movement from centre right.
Now, I did say it was going to get quite bloody, didn't I?
Yeah, absolutely. It's now going to be us throwing aces at each other for 15 turns. Moving over to the left, I'm going to charge with these elephants. On a 10, I'm actually going to replay that card to make it a 6. I hit on a 6.
Am I evading on a
Oh, yes.
7? Right, wasn't it?
Oh no, it's on a 3 because
Is
you're
it?
cavalry and
Yeah,
I
that's
count as
right.
infantry. Horse can outrun.
I don't have
an
a shot
elephant.
though, do I? I think I'm just evading, aren't I?
Oh, kind of feel they should have a Parthian shot.
Yeah, I think so.
There you go, there's ancient knowledge, Parthian shot. Were the Parthians around at this time? From Europe?
Over to the viewers, I think, on that one.
Pre-Parthians,
Doesn't say.
probably Proto-Parthian.
3+. Oh. And they can come back. There, so you have to come forward, don't you?
Yes, I do. Right, so let's start. I think it's time to crash in with elephants into your line. So forwards 1. Now these are difficult activations, we should remember, because I'm a deep infantry, or a class as deep infantry. And forward here. This elephant is just going to watch on enviously while his commander wanders about in the woods. Right, so picking the most likely to succeed at this point.
It's got to be in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah. And
No.
so we've just run up.
Now that suits me because if I hurt you next go, you can't fight back against pike, can you?
Yes, yeah. So you don't get a strike back.
Yeah.
Successful hits. Now, this interesting cavalry affair. I think I'm going to strike. I'm going to strike forwards, charge with this heavy chariot here. 7. I'm going to use my shock. Now that's an extra hit, isn't it?
Yes, so you get to play 2 cards.
So I can
Is that
play
right?
2 cards. Yeah.
Sounds about
I
right.
think I'm going to. I've learnt in these games if you try and save stuff, you will be scraping it off when you remove the units. So that's 2 hits, 1 hit, 2 hits.
Oh,
1
save.
save.
Not good enough.
Oh,
Not good enough. So they're off, aren't they?
yes.
Oh, now I've got to test morale then on the. Oh, it's only on the flat side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so it's not the case. I need to put some shelves up.
Right. So I'm going to move these 2 forwards.
Oh, very
Give
good.
you something to think about. And I do on a 2. 1, 2. Just be wary of pushing them off the board.
Dirty.
And I will move these guys 2 forwards. 1, 2.
They're dirty.
I think I will activate these guys to fire an arrow straight forwards. So otherwise, they will once again die with chits on the table, and that is my new. So there's a hit on an 8+, and they miss.
They risk the charge.
Yes. But on the other hand, if they eliminate themselves, you then have one less speed hump. So it's whether I leave them as a speed hump, because they're a light unit.
Yeah, yeah.
Although actually, light cavalry hits on a 6, but it's light infantry that hits on a 8.
Oh, do they?
Yes. I think disordered units and lights. It's not relevant.
Yeah, no,
yet.
you're right. Yeah,
We'll look at it at a time when it's less relevant. Right, what to do? These cataphracts who are really scary and actually might chew into my line fairly handily. Or I could charge them with this. I think I will. I think I need to charge them. So this will be a difficult activation because it's a diagonal. And
Can you move toward? I don't think you can move between two units, can you? Because it's moving through that gap, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't think you can do that. It's.
Even
I'm sure I read something that if you're.
I was thinking that was for enemies, but I'm frequently wrong.
I suppose it'll be other moving, won't it? Oh yes. So 41. Oh, is that enemies? Is it? Red 6. Have you got it? 41.
41. So you say 46. No, sorry. 41. Yeah. So the example is
That figure X. See, red 6 can move in between.
entering a box, which. But that
But that's friendly, as you say.
yeah.
We'll go along with it then, John, and say you can.
And the internet can shout at us and tell us we can't.
Yeah.
However, I still need to do a movement card. And it's a 2, which is not going to happen because it's a difficult. Once again,
yes. Yes.
whenever we go, can we do that?
Yeah.
Right. No.
That was it then.
Gods of chance have spoken. And they say
Yeah,
no.
what are you playing at, you two? Okay.
See, it felt good over on my right flank, but actually,
I've just managed to plug it, haven't I?
it's nicely plugged now, and I feel similarly stuck again.
Okay. So the generals with those hoplites, they're the veteran Hispaspis, silver shields, and they're going to charge forward, I think, on a 3, which they do. So hitting you on a 6, which they do.
Saving on an 8. Whoa, which they do.
So you hit back on the 8
On an
because you're
8.
disordered?
Which I don't.
How do you get in there? Right, so hold the line. I'm so tempted. I am tempted. I could do with moving into that box actually, so let's try that again. No. Replay the general? No, so that's it. Come on down. Right, the pike. I don't want to activate my skirmishers in case I bugger it up for the whole. So I can charge through lights, can't I, with the pike?
Yes, yeah.
Right, we'll go for this one first. Charging forward on a 3. Oh, it's an ace. Got to replay it on a 6.
Right.
So hitting you on a 6, which I do.
And I save on a 6, which I do, but I don't get a hit back
No.
to a successful hit.
Try this one. Hitting on a 6. No.
Hitting back on a 6. Yes.
Bugger. These are Alexandrian Imperial, something like that. Pikeman, veteran, deep they are, so they're veteran. So they say on 6s.
Right.
That might have been the difference because these are all raw.
Yes.
So they save on a 6, which they do.
Right.
Try this one. Board. Hit you.
Saving on a 6. Yes.
Damn.
But I don't get a hit back.
No. Let's just try that again. So it'll be, it's going to activate on a 5 because it's, is that right?
Yes, it's a difficult. 2 more.
Hitting on a 6, which they do.
Saving on a 6, which they don't.
Ah,
Disorder.
how do we get that fly in here?
Knew we should play. It was these.
Those ones there.
I will try and usher it out as soon as we. There you go.
Ah, excellent. And we'll. Oh.
They can still charge that.
Yes, they can, can't they? Well, thank you. That'll be a difficult though, it's double difficult.
Yes, so that'll be a 4.
Ah, I wanted that card, so hit you on a 6, hits you.
Ooh, saving on a 6. No, another disordered elephant. I need to keep these disordered counters a bit closer. It's being cocky again. And they don't get a hit back again because of Sarissa Pikes.
So we'll try and activate that. Reactivate this one.
Oh, so
That's
happening.
enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, this is you, so you hit
I
back.
get a hit, but I'm on an 8 because I'm disordered. And I do, it's a 9.
6. No, so I'm disordered. I knew I should have kept it. I was getting ahead of myself. Damn. Bugger. Right, let's just throw caution to the wind over here. Ah, it's you.
Ooh,
Yes.
6, saving on a 6. Yes, so I'm okay. However, no hit back.
No. And last of all, this one here.
Oh,
yeah.
it keeps happening.
On a 6. Ah, no.
Hit back on a 6. Yes.
Shit. Sorry. Saved. I can't cope with that. Right, over here. I've used up quite a few high cards there as well, which I need for my melees.
Ah, the card counting.
So, up there. Sorry, let's move that around. So, the companion cavalry will charge forward on a 3, and they use their lance.
You could save it if you want to, because it is only a light. It depends.
No, I think I need that out of the way. So 2 6s. One of those.
And they are saving on an 8. Which
Oh.
they do. They get a hit back.
On an 8 6.
6. They miss, although I will check that. It is a miss regardless. I think it would make sense that light cavalry were better at fighting than light infantry.
So,
So yes, sorry, you carry on and
what are we looking for?
Oh, I just wondered, yes. Oh, it just says light troops. So yeah, I think light troops hit on an 8. On page 48.
Yes, that's the same as
disordered or
artillery as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Longbowmen as well, but we knew that. So yeah, so that's relevant for my longbowman. Sorry.
That's
small,
okay.
Small rules, David.
So I'll move this chap over here,
Oh, that's right.
and we're going to charge your infantry. There. So that's good. We'll take the general. So I'll play 2 cards. That's got a lance.
Oh, this would be it.
A 4 and a 7.
So
Thanks
it's
for your
1 hit. So they are saving on a 7. They are mixed, but they have shields, but they don't. They get an ace. so they are disordered.
Right, I've got to try those companions again, charging forward of 4, which they do, hitting on a 6, which they don't.
Hitting back on an 8, we've now established, which they don't.
I'll charge again. No, so that all breaks down. So that's me done.
Ooh.
So it's a bit disorganised over here, but yes.
I still don't know what to do over this.
I'm just annoyed that I disordered myself basically because I got the old
But you
rush
never
of
know.
blood to the head.
You never know.
No. Yeah, I've got red cards
Oh.
here. What red cards?
Give me all my aces.
There, what am I doing? That's it.
Oh, I can see one more.
What's going on now? There you go. Right, let's move this. So we're at 1 hour 23.
And the clash.
It's about to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I know one there, look. I've been nicking John's cards.
It was a 2 as well. Oh. Couldn't take the pressure.
No. So at the end of that, should we do another fill-in?
I think so. After I've retrieved all my cards off the floor.
I think I'll go. Yeah, all one of blue.
Right, so.
So we'll work along the line. So the silver shields have disorganised the raw Indian cavalry. Moving along. Straighten that up. Managed to plug the hole. I've put my hoplites in front of my twangy bits, which is always a bit silly. Disordered my central phalanx block, but disordered 2 elephant units. Get a bit cagey around here. My cavalry are now quite split up, and John's working my right flank.
However, the cataphracts down here have crashed into this unit and they are very tough. So I will be making my best efforts. There's an elephant line versus the pikes here. We'll see if this will tolerate being so close. And meanwhile, this is getting really messy around here between the chariots. As I said, I'm trying to sneak guys round the flank. There is another unit of cavalry back here. So yes.
All to play for.
Absolutely. So hopefully that's where you lose the sort of, well, they, yeah.
That was about 125 you could slot
Yeah.
that in.
That's pretty good. Right.
Right, so we've got about an hour.
I think we will. This will bend one way or the other within an hour. But again, it's that nice feeling of, you know, it's all very well going, well, I'm going to go around the left flank and that's perfect. But actually, it's got that feeling of 2 armies coming together and waiting for the occurrence that tips the balance.
Yes, it's it can turn so quickly, can't it?
Right, so we will start over at the and again I'm going to try with these guys throw my javelins sideways. The last javelin, they succeed. They hit on an 8, they succeed.
I saving on a. They're raw.
Ah, so are they on a 7?
They are on a 7. Which they
Oh,
save.
They save. Oh, that's.
That was these ones here, wasn't it?
Yes, I'd really like to disorder them so my cataphracts can run amok. I think I'm going to charge them 7, which is a difficult activation because it's diagonal, hitting on a 6 and they miss.
So
you
I
get
hit you back on a 6, which I miss.
Right, rats. I think. No,
Why do your cataphracts a frontal charge? You do. I don't think it's very good, is it? If you
no frontal charge against hot flanks.
pikeman and spearman receiving a frontal charge.
So that's a save modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd go down to 6+. So that's maybe not as.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, melee to hit all 6+ except for disordered light troops, artillery, bowmen, crossbowmen, longbowmen. Required 8.
Right. But importantly, it would make your save better. My save is still 5+. I've got the lance. Do I just go for it? Because otherwise, we're gonna. But then, if I lose them, I lose the threat of them. That's the thing. I think I'm actually happy with the standoff that exists there at the moment. Moving to this group. 1, 2. So I'm going to move the elephants forwards to try and discourage you from battering these guys. Now your lights would technically be behind, but it doesn't really
Yes.
make too much of a difference because they can fire straight forwards, can't they?
Yes, but is that a minus? Is it firing overhead? Oh no,
No, I don't
just
think
the one
so.
in front.
It's just you can't go more.
Yeah.
than
Shall I
once
move them to the rear then?
Yeah.
Just to make it look a bit easier on the eye.
And I think we will start the shooting gallery.
Disordered. Can't believe it. Yeah, that one.
However, it's going to last for ages because they can stand to take another disorder before they're off. 'Cause they
It's just that heating back though, isn't it? On
Yeah.
8+, is the difference.
it becomes a bit limp because
Yeah.
you get two guys, two groups of soldiers needing 8+. Right, shooting gallery. We will start with these longbowmen here, straightforward into your silver shields. That activates on a 2, which succeeds, and hitting on an 8, but they've used up their last arrow. Right, next to them is this light cavalry, going straight ahead, starting on a light cavalry, sorry, light infantry, and again hitting on a
8.
8, so they miss again. They're down to 1. These guys have javelins, and I think I'm going to have to swap these guys over, so that will be
Easy.
an easy activation for them. Oh, and it's a 3, so that's useful. So that will bring the bowmen to the front. And corresponding chit swapping. They've not got any more arrows. So in fact, I will try and fire these bowmen on a 4 or more, and they fail. So that's that group. Right, Team Elephant. We will start with the general. I noticed that they're out of the general's arc. And in fact, I might move my general 1, 2. And we will start with these guys. So that's charge. I think I'm going to let that ride. So that's an 8, and I'm hitting on a 6. No.
Oh, so I hit you back on a 6.
And
Yes.
I do, so I save on a 6, and I don't.
Oh,
So there we go, I've disordered myself.
That's annoying when that happens.
Yeah,
isn't
absolutely.
it?
I will now charge this unit forwards on an 8. I think you can get an evade there if you
On a
wish.
3+? No.
So I get a hit on a 6+, which I don't, and that's it.
I don't hit back, do I?
No, because you're
So-
trying to evade.
Yeah. So over in the
Oh, now that's lucky I haven't mocked up because I've got these cataphracts. Now the shooting gallery again begins. However, I'm far away, 1, 2, so actually it is going to be difficult activations for these guys. So I will start with the lights because they don't have difficult activations. So I will fire the bowman sideways, hitting on an 8, and they hit.
I'll save. I think the save is a 6.
I think they're a 5. If they're cataphracts, it's a 5. There. To shooting and
6.
yes, but you get a bonus. Cataphracts
Oh,
dismount
yes.
nights or later nights, except when shot by artillery and handguns.
So
It's
5.
Yeah.
Come on. Saved it.
Oh. Right. These guys directly in front. Now it's a difficult activation for them. So,
You're shooting.
yes. Yeah. We're definitely not charging. So that is a 6, and they're hitting on an 8, and they get a 10. So that's a.
Saving. No.
Whoa,
That's
disordered them.
have you got disorder?
Yes.
Yeah.
For this, of course.
Damn.
I'm going to fire the guys behind overhead. However, they are now down to 2. That's on a 4, which is good enough for the disordered. And it's another 10.
Ooh. Saved.
Oh, saved that time. We will go for these guys, firing diagonally on a 3. They manage it, hitting, missed. So they're down to 2. I will fire these guys again on a 6, 10, that we good for the hit. So hitting on an 8, they hit again.
Saved.
So they're down to 1 arrow. Okay, but that disorder is useful.
Yes, that's a lot of arrows coming at him, isn't it?
That's the disordered.
Yes, this is this one.
Right. So I'm going to charge this disordered unit on a 3, get an 8, hitting on an 8. However, we haven't marked these guys for shock lances, have we?
So no, so you can use a 2
2 cards.
2 cards.
Now I've used that for them
Yeah, so
and them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an 8 and a 10.
Oh,
So that's
2 hits. I'm saving on 6s. 1 save. Also takes another disorder. But they can take 3 hits before they're off, can't they? So it's doubly disordered.
And you get hit back.
Oh yes, I do those. On an 8? No.
Okay. So, I think I'm going to leave the other elephant, and I think I'm going to start moving up the remainder of these guys. So I'm going to move this box forwards, out of range, so it's a 3 up. Yep. Although I'm a little bit worried about exactly the same thing happening with a flanking force. These guys moving straight up. Yep. Oh, that's wrong. They're the wrong command. They can't move. I think that's it. Do I want to do another charge? I think I'm going to go for a second charge against your lights, needing a 10. I don't get it. Right. Now, the excitement around this side. I am going to charge, I think, these companions with my heavy chariot here. Or do I fire? No, I charge. So they charge on a 5, they hit on a 6, which they do, they hit.
Saving on a 3.
Oh, disordered, that's what I need.
Hit back on an 8. No.
I'm going to turn these guys 90 degrees.
Well, I don't like it when you do that.
Now, they're lights, so that's a normal activation. How far are they? 1, 2, yeah. So that is there. Going to do the same for these guys, however it's a difficult activation for them. 6.
Oh dear.
Jolly good, right.
Oh dear.
I think I'm going to try and charge again with this against the companions, and they fail. They do have the general with them, so we'll do and they get it. Hitting on a 6. Hit.
Saving. Oh, no, so they're off. 2 hits, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the companions are off. And that's a morale test for the unit behind, which is a save. Which is a save for this unit here of 7, I think it is. So they pass their morale
Okay.
test.
Whew, that looks a lot healthier now.
Well,
For me.
I beg to differ. It's even worth going for them again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Charging across, because they'd be unopposed.
Yes. So I will do a difficult activation, so that's an 8. Yes, it's an 8, and I fail. So that's fine. That's everything.
Right. Okay. So back over. Right, I'm aware that we've got 45 minutes, so let's see how we go. Work this out.
Still a whole lot of infantry in the
Yes.
middle.
Right, so this command here, to make sure it's shot. So I'm going to move the general to the centre. So it's 1, 2. And these 3 here will move forward. So I can move these,
I think so.
yes. In fact, I'll move these 4 forward. Or 3. We'll charge these into there. So they'll need a 5, won't they?
Yes.
No! And the general's not there, is he? Ah. Moving across, that's better. So these, let's move Macy Boy over here and charge these ones forward on a 3. So they hit on a 6, but I can use my hero, can I?
Yes. Oh yes, we forget.
So
stuff.
the hero comes off, and he'll let me replay that card. No, so he wasn't very
Take back
heroic.
on 8. No.
Charge these ones forward. They activate. So you're on a 6, but the hero replays the card to a 7.
Right, and so I'm now saving on a 6, which I save, but I don't
Right,
break that.
back, is there? This one here will go forward on a 4. He's on a 6. Hit you.
Saving on a 6. No, so disordered. No hit back.
We'll go again.
You, depending on what you want to do, you could go this way.
Yes, that would be a
That'd
difficult.
be 4, so,
Yeah.
so it's still
Yes, yeah,
easier.
thank you. Hitting on a 6 hits you.
Saving on a 6, saves, no hit back. So now every elephant bar, the one on the very left, on my left, your right, is disordered.
We'll go this guy again. No, so that's all done. So over here, the difficult cavalry wing. I've disordered up there. The general's with them. General's up there, so these are out of his influence. I really do need to move those. But I need to charge it. We'll charge these forward. Oh, nice. So that's it, isn't it?
Geek.
Bugger.
Right. These guys are going to attempt, as a box, to reorientate facing your flank.
This is going to get nasty.
Now, that is a difficult, so it's on a 3. Oh, 10.
Oh, now do you replay it?
I think I will. Oh! 8.
Aced it.
Right.
What a breather.
Never mind. Okay, so moving on to the right side. Let us start with the easy stuff. I'm going to activate these guys. In fact, do I need to start moving troops up? Right, I'm going to move this box one up. Ace!
No way, no way.
Nobody's moving. Right. We're going to... What do? Do I carry on here? Or do I think the cataphracts would be really good if I got rid of them. So I'm going to fire my bowman at the cataphracts, remembering that we're all out of range. So that's a 7+ successful activation, hitting on an 8, miss. Down to 1. I will fire these guys who are doing a difficult activation on a 3 up. Sorry, that goes there. That's a 9. That's a very high card, but it's great. Hitting on an 8, miss. Back to that rhythm. We will fire these guys, longbows, on a 3+, hitting on an 8, and they miss.
No.
Expend their last arrows. We will activate the guys behind on a 3+, another high card, hitting on an 8. No! It's the wrong way around, these high cards and low cards. So that is everything I think I want to do there. I will charge these elephants forwards on a 3+ because it's difficult. That's a 9. So hitting on a 6+. Oh, you get an evade. But spoiler alert, I missed.
They can evade back through there, can't they? I think. Can they go?
Oh yes, they can.
They
as
can,
well,
can't
so-
they? They're right,
so,
aren't they?
yeah. So I will move.
Into the box.
Now, I played my next card, so I'm actually going to fail whatever move I
Okay.
do. So that will be them.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh, I've
here's
still
it.
got the
Oh,
yes,
I'll try
the
to.
most promising wing. Now what do? I think I will try a difficult charge into your flank with these.
With the heavies.
So that'll be be 3. Brilliant.
So you get.
Now I get an extra 1 for flank charge.
Yes. Oh, I don't get hit back, do
No. I think I'm going to hang on to my lance since the thing's there. So
Oh,
2 hits of a 6. Oh, you miss. So 1 hit.
I? Saving
Miss
on.
and a hit.
Saves.
Oh yeah. Right.
Well, the other charge only a 5, isn't it?
Yeah. Or do I just charge to my front? I think I'll go for the front.
Because you got your general there. Very good.
Because that's a 3 so that's fine, but you'll get a hit back. So hitting on a 6, missed.
Hit you back on the 6. Yes.
Oh, saving on a 6 as a heavy chariot. No, so disordered. There we go. I think I will move these guys 1 square to here, so that's the lights, just to keep it uncomfortable.
It's been uncomfortable on the first go, I think.
Yeah. What to do with the lights here? Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn these to the right. Oh, on a 10. That's exactly what I didn't want. I will bring these guys forwards diagonally. So that's 1, 2, but also a 10. I could have done with all these 10s when it was charging time. And I will attempt to charge these again on a 5. No. So that is my turn. Not many cards down over there.
No, there's not, is there? I think I might have got away with that move.
And no elephants. We just all stood there trumpeting.
So I'll move the general over. You're going to charge straight forward on a 3. A 10. Hits you on a 6. No.
Hitting back on a 6. No.
These will charge forward on a 7. Hits you on a 6. No.
Hitting back on a 6. No.
2. We'll try. Ooh. We'll try forward into Cataphracts on a 6. Yes.
Saving on a 5. Yes. Hitting back on a 6. Yes.
Saving you on. Oh, not with an ace. So.
It's all that I've been looking for.
Look at these high numbers here.
Yeah.
Let's try these. So they activate and hit you.
And I save on an 8, which I do in a rare moment, and then I
Okay.
hit back on an 8, which I may have done. Time to get the elephants in.
It is, isn't it? See, I've got to move diagonally, which is difficult, isn't it? So
Yeah.
they're deep anyway. So it's out of 4 to move across there. No, so there goes. And what is elephants, haven't I? Not being used. Right, let's go forward. Charge these forward on a 3. Hit you on a 6, which they do.
Saving on a 6, which they don't, so they're doubly disordered. Excuse me. Oh. That video was recording for the last. Oh, do you have a spare disorder?
Yes. I'm quite glad I'm handing you over to you.
It's alright, I've.
Take that.
Funny enough, I've used up all mine.
Yeah.
Thanks. That was double disordered. So these are double disordered, and all the other ones have 1.
These guys will charge forward. 5, hitting on a 6. No, they don't.
Hitting back on an 8, also don't.
These here on a 9, using all these
High
cards.
cards again, yeah.
No, this is
Hitting back on an 8, yes, 9.
saving on a 3. They disorder. Passes over those.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh no, I've got them.
You've jinxed yourself handing them over.
Yeah. We'll try a. See, I didn't use the hero there. We'll try this one. On an ace.
Oh no.
Bucker. So, altogether, not too good. Now, what I'm going to do here. They're still not disordered, are they?
No, they're
The general's over there, so I'm going to move him. 1. And where are we? 1, 2. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We'll charge forward on a 5, hitting you on a 6. No. Play
Good thinking.
the hero. Still fails.
Hitting back on an 8 also fails.
We'll charge again. Play the general. No. So that was quite a pleasant move. I do think that every back rip we've had so far, you've won every one so far.
Yeah, it's remarkably against fallen generally, especially at the warlord, any warlord game. I seem
Yeah.
just terrible at.
What I have to do is edit it so I actually go off better. Right, top end.
Right. So I'm going to again attempt to turn these guys in a difficult activation. Success on a 6. Is that good enough? Do I check? Because it'd be really nice to just have.
Just to roll up the line.
Yeah. However, they're deep, so I'm going to charge the cataphracts on a 2 up. Oh, ace!
Oh.
And in fact, the cataphract
Yes.
rule that you throw an ace, get disordered.
That's right, because they're out of puff, aren't they?
Yep. So after a sum total of 0 charges,
Having painted that unit up a year ago.
they just, but it's the kind of unit that is useful because it's ominous.
Yeah.
So that is the right flank done. Here we are going to again fire our arrows. We will start with these guys here who are facing off a hoplite block. Oh, and a 10.
8 plus.
8 plus. Oh, it's an 8.
And I'm
We'll see
saving
raw
on.
ones.
I'll save.
7's good enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
I will fire these bowmen straight ahead. An 8. That would be really useful to throw for this bit. Oh, but another 8.
Saving the 10.
Oh, indestructible, as promised. And then these guys are going to fire overhead on an 8, and they miss on a 3. These guys are going to fight forwards.
Charging.
So charge, yes. That will not military maneuver. Fight forwards. So on a 3, so hitting on a 6, which they miss, so you get hit back on a 6.
6.
And they save on a 7, which they don't. So in our tradition of disordering ourselves, those are all very high cards. I think I'll just move the troops up. So this box is going to move forwards on a 5. This team are going to move forwards on an 8.
The team, the unit.
Team unit, yes. Too excited to think straight.
Yeah. It's harking back to 40k.
Love this game.
Yeah.
It's such a
Harking back to 40k.
yeah, absolutely. Let's get right up behind them. So I'm going to move this box forward again. They need a 6. They manage it. So actually, these belong to these because these, funny enough, are my non-firing team. What is my most likely last move? I'm going to fire these guys over their heads on a 9. Oh, he gets a 10.
From where, sorry?
Oh, sorry. This unit here
Oh, yeah, okay.
firing. So hitting on an 8. No, they
No,
don't.
they almost
Right.
deserved it, didn't they?
And that was 2 shots they took, so they're down to their last arrow. Okay, nothing exciting happening on the right of centre. On here, I'm going to charge up. No, am I going to throw arrows at them? Throw arrows. Fire arrows, loose arrows.
Loose
So
arrows.
arrows here. activate, hitting on an 8, miss, so they're down 1, in fact they're out of arrows. The unit, again, difficult activation, sorry, the unit to their front going to fire arrows on an 8. Oh, they hit.
Saving on
So they're fine.
What's the card on the floor?
They're also out of arrows.
7.
Guys behind them on a 3+ firing, and they hit.
Again, see if we save. They save.
Oh, they're indestructible. I'm going to charge this unit of spearmen with bows, but they fail, so that's that over. However, over to my favourite bit. Now, so flank charge on this unit here. 2 is
Yes.
good enough.
So 2.
Two hits. Am I allowed to expend my lance for an extra hit and have 3?
Let's see why not.
Because I now want rid of you, so I'll expend my lance. So it's 3 hits, miss, and a hit, and a hit.
So saving on 7s, I think it is. 5, 6, so that's off. And the general. Oh, the general's gone. Never had that before, have we?
Right, crisscrossing.
Got the squeeze on, I think.
Yeah. Although now I've got crisscrossing. I'm going to attempt to rally these heavy chariots. So that's a successful activation. So now I make a save. It's just one
Oh,
save.
yes.
Yeah. So they're 6+. I got a 10, so that's successful. So they are now looking healthier. I'm going to move these guys diagonally. In fact, they may as well charge diagonally. So that will be a. Oh, it's not difficult because they're. Oh, it probably is difficult because they're light. So that's on a 10. And so that's
So you're hitting.
2 hits.
Oh.
But I'm a light, so it's 8 pluses. So 1 miss, 2 misses. Oh, I wish I saw it does elephant sound. That looks healthy. Right. Thinking of the best thing to do here. I think I'm going to move these guys 2 forwards. Fine. 1, 2. I wonder if I need to turn. I think I need
You've
to
still
turn.
got that nice flank there, haven't
Yeah.
you? Oh, they're in the box, though, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the problem. I thought of it of just going straight past, but so I think I'm going to turn them this way because I think I actually probably need to. Oh no, hang on. Let's flank charge your cataphracts with these guys. No, that's not.
Oh.
Ace.
You've had a few aces. Right. So, shuffle the deck and see if I can. I feel an impending doom.
But it's interesting compared with Line Rampant, where it's very, you can actually get a good head of steam with the multiple activations.
And I also think after our last game of this, the units I have in reserve behind the pike are redundant.
Yes.
Because the pikes have got 3 hits, haven't they? So they could be that. That's the second time I've used.
Yeah. On the other hand, you think you can obviously turn them towards me at this point to.
Let's go up here. Right, there's a general there. So we'll charge forward. 2. It's got to replay that, haven't I? 3. Right, so hitting you on a 6, 7.
Okay, so saving on an 8, 7, so saved, and then hitting back on an 8, no.
I can ignore the light to my front, can't I? Or no?
Yes, I would think.
Yeah, I think you can. Let's go these first. That's a 3.
So that's good enough.
Oh, that missed.
Hitting back on a 6, yes, hit.
Saving on a 7, that's good. This one down here. So out of 2.
Ooh.
No, that's that gone. Right. Charge this one forward. We've got a 6. They do.
Saving on a 6, which they do.
Bugger.
Relief, because they're the double disordered ones.
Yes. Straight forward. 3. Miss.
Hitting back on an 8, missed.
Oh, they're disordered. They're disordered. So we'll go for this one first. Activates on 4. Hitting on a 6, which they miss.
Hitting back on an 8, they also miss.
Charge these forward. 10. Hitting on a 6. Hits you.
Saving on a 6, no, so that's disordered. And then
You can't
hitting
find-
back on an 8, and a miss.
Right. So we'll go these guys again. Hitting on a 6. Hit you.
Ooh, saving on a 6, yes, but no strike back.
Although I chance. Let's have a think. So that's all well and good. I'll move these to the right. That's those there. You move over. Move these over to the right now, so that's gone. So, cavalry. What's left of them? Not much. So I can move out of your. That's that one there. That's there. So I think I'll move the light cavalry down to here. The cavalry will move 1 and charge forward. Ace. Oh,
Oh, no.
oh no, planned a great move there. So that's that. And it should have been -1 because there's no
Yes.
general, is there?
Yep.
Oh, we better get our fingers out here, John.
This might be the last move.
And then wrap up. So make it a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Prepared to see the Guinness World Record for most aces. Right, I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to go for a flank charge.
1 second.
Oh.
Fire away.
Flank charge against these hoplites here, so that's on a
Oh.
10. Do I replay it?
You got to replay it.
Yeah. It's onto a 7. So hitting on a 6, no I miss, but I get a second because it's a flank charge and I also miss. What now then? I think I'll charge the
That's a fact.
cataphracts, and they are hitting on an 8 because they're disordered, but they manage it, and that's a 9.
So I'm saving on a 6. They're raw, aren't they?
Oh, so that's a, yeah.
Yeah, so that's another.
So,
I've got here. Yeah. Go on.
I suppose on the basis of that, I will try again with these guys. I need an 8, and it's an ace. Right, moving over to this gang. I'm going to charge the elephant forwards. 1, 2, it is within range of my commander because he is in this box. And so that's 1, 2. So that's a 4, so that's a success. Hitting you on an 8, I miss.
Hitting you back on a 2.
Also miss. Overhead fire to the silver shields, and it's another ace. I promise the aces I'm delivering. Now, I think I'm still cataphracts. So, light infantry swapping over on a 2. It's in fact a 3, so that's good enough. That puts my bowman at the front. These guys are all activating on a 3, but that's still one better. So I'll do overhead fire onto your cataphracts. 6, hitting on an 8. Yes.
Saving on a
5.
5. Oh! So that's them off, isn't
That's
it?
them gone. Brilliant.
So looking like another victory, like a nemesis. Comes off.
Right. I think I'll just hammer with the elephants now. Or does that free up your guys too much? 5. I'll go with these disordered elephants against the imitation legionaries. Activation success, hitting on an 8. No, I miss.
Hit you back on a 6.
Ooh, saving on a 6, and I don't. So I doubly see that. I think I should probably actually skip this. Right. In fact, I think I'm going to move my general back 1 as his free move. Does that bring everybody in? No, in fact I'll go back 2. Because I think I'll let you exhaust yourself on the elephants and move everyone else up. So this unit are going to come forwards. The unit behind, I didn't say it, so it's 2 separate activations. Hero. This unit are going to rally. 5, so saving on a 7+. They'd fail to rally.
I suppose you could always have another go, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, I'll move these guys up, and then I'll have another go at rallying, but I don't. Right. Now, chariot excitement. These guys will flank charge because there's nothing stopping them. So they get 2 free hits on 8+, miss, and a hit.
Saving the 7.
So that's safe. It's finding a good way to.
It's your elephants there blocked.
Yes, they're almost.
They're helping me.
Now, am I able to diagonally move? Oh,
You can, can't you? You can move.
Yeah. So I'm going to move these guys forwards.
And then
Diagonally
turn.
forwards. No, I'm
Oh.
going to carry on. So I think 1.
Yes, that's fine,
two-
isn't it?
In fact, no, it doesn't matter, does it? I'll move them forward to here. So that's a difficult activation, but it's a success. I'll move these guys 1, 2 forward to here. They are still within range. That's 1,
Very
2.
good.
And what have I got at the moment? Everyone's activating on an 8. So I'm going to attempt to charge these guys. And they fail. I'm going to use the reroll.
Yes.
And they succeed. So hitting on a 6, miss.
Hit you back. Hit.
Saving on a 6+ because they're heavies, and they don't. So once again, they're disordered.
There's a bit of life left down the flank.
Absolutely. However, that's not a failed yet. We're going to attempt to turn them, so that will be a difficult, so that will happen on an 8, and it's in fact a 10.
Oh, very good.
to leave them there, and hopefully I'll get you out of the way. I think I'll try and return these guys back to the game. So they're going to turn, but that's a difficult activation out of range, so that's a fail. Right,
That's
it's
it.
your turn.
That's it. All done. Right, I'll try and get one more moving, shall we? There you go.
Thanks.
Crumbling that side. Okay, this side. See, I've got 3 elephant units, haven't been used yet. Let's see if we can start for the silver shields, going for the infantry. Miss,
Hitting back on an 8. Oh, and a hit.
and I save on a 4, so I disorder myself. Now,
We're learning.
we are.
Never attack.
No, never attack.
Only defend.
Saying that, I'm going forward here, I think. No! So that all crumbles. Now here. These 2 units here are disordered. The double disorder here, so that's where I'll start. 7, hit you on a 6, hit you.
Saving on a 6, which I do, but I don't hit back. Phew,
We'll
'cause
go
that
forward
was-
here. On 3, which is good enough. Hit you.
Saving on a 6, which I do.
Ah. Charging across on a 4. Hitting on a 6, which I do.
Saving on a 6, which I don't. So that's another double disorder.
Now, the general is he's going to be forced what I want to do here first of all is I turn these at an angle, which is a difficult activation. So they've turned. Shore up that flank. Imitation legionaries will charge forward. An 8, hitting on a 6, which they don't.
Hitting back on an 8, which I do.
Saving, they save. We'll charge these forward again, leaving a 5 because they're deep. Hitting on a 6, which they don't.
Hitting back on an 8, which I also don't.
Right now, it's got to be these. Charging forward on a 3. Hitting on 8, or they do.
Saving on a 6, which I don't.
Oh.
Elephant down.
Unfortunately, I move into that box, don't I?
Yes.
The road to wherever is open. So we'll try these forward. 4, hitting on 8. Oh!
Saving on a 6, and I do.
Bugger.
Hitting. Oh no, great, hit back.
And we'll try. That means it's a 9, isn't it?
You've also got the potential for any overhead fire if your lights are
Yeah, that's
still
true.
with.
Yes, I could do these. Thank you. So we'll shoot those forward. Hitting on 8. No, that comes off.
I was ready to hit back there, but no. Can't throw the arrows back.
Can't do that one. Shoot there. No, because
It's in between.
yeah. Let's move these at a right angle. That way. All comfortable there. And we'll charge you forward again. General? No. So, cavalry. These will charge forward. I can charge out of the...
Yeah.
Yes, because there's no general, is there? Hitting on a 6. So hit.
Saving on a 6, which I do. Hitting back on an 8, which I don't.
We'll charge again. No. So that's me done.
Right.
Right, we'll make it to the last go, I think, John.
Okay. Make or break time. Right, so I will start with the cavalry attempting to charge the flank of your hoplites. They succeed on a 10, I'm going to re-roll, and it's an ace!
How many aces have they rolled?
Yes.
It's your
These
card.
stupid raw.
Yeah, your card putting me to keep me the flank solid.
Yeah. So this middle bunch, I think we will actually start with the Maiden Guard.
They're veteran.
They're veteran, so they're coming forwards on a 3, or charging on a 3, hitting on a 6, and they miss. I'm going to expend the hero I have for a reroll, so that's an 8. So
Heroin,
that's a hit.
surely.
Heroin, yes,
Yeah.
I beg your
I'll
pardon.
hit saving. No.
It's double disordered.
And I hit back on a 10.
Oh, so that is their elite, so they are 6. And they don't, so they're disordered. Nobody can attack without becoming
No, they
disordered.
can't, can they?
I'm going to activate the bowmen next door, who are going to fire at them. So I'm hitting on an 8, they hit.
Saving. Oh,
Oh, so is that a block of
that's off, isn't it?
pike? Yep.
That's not good. So I've got to take a.
Just the guys behind, really.
So these are testing for morale. 5. So they're off, aren't they?
Yes, we did shaken lights last time. Not that it makes a difference, does it? But we had sort of made them shaken, haven't we? So they
Disordered.
were
Yeah.
disordered. Yes, sorry.
Yes, they are disordered, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that goes back on.
Right. We've got disordered against disordered there. I think I'll carry on this fight. So charge forwards. Success on a 2. Hitting on an 8. Miss.
Hitting back. No.
Guys behind are going to do overhead fire, which I should have done before. 3. Hitting on an 8. So that's a hit. Oh,
that's
another disorder. It's gone.
Now I think I need to take some of those disorders back for you.
Oh yeah, sure. So,
Thank you.
and that's their last arrow. Is there anything else I can push forwards with? No, so I'm going to go for the glory against the silver shields and recharge. That's a 7, so that's a success, but I need to hit on an 8, so I miss. But you get a hit back
Oh, sorry.
on an 8.
Where am I?
With a silver shields,
So hitting back on an 8. 9.
saving on a 7. Oh, which I saved. Okay, fine. That's what you get for going for glory. And flush with success, these guys are going to fire straight ahead. 10, hitting on an 8, and they hit.
Saving on a 4.
So is that the light troops that go?
And the light troops are
Yeah.
fine.
Well, I think you have to in this game. Right. Moving to the centre. You know what? I don't think I want to free up your pike blocks by expending. Although I think I'll attack here. So disordered. So that's a 4. So that's a successful charge. Hitting on an 8 and miss.
No.
Go back on an 8 as well. Also not good. I think actually as a screen, I'm going to leave them in place. I think I'll charge these guys again, but I fail. Okay. So I'm going to do the flank charge. Yes, 2 hits on an 8, 1 hit, just 1 hit.
And that's a
Disorder. think I'll do a charge here, but they're out of range, so it's on a 3.
So I evade on 6. So they're
Yes.
a cloud, aren't they? So
Yes.
you like that spread. But you go into the box.
Oh yes. I think I'm going to try another flank charge. 9, so that's a success. So I'm looking for 8s again, miss and a miss. I think I will charge these guys.
Very nice. That's the wrong card though, isn't it?
Yes, hitting on an 8. Oh, and it's a 9, so
7.
that's a save.
Survive.
You get a hit back.
7. That's a miss.
Right. I suppose I will try and charge these guys again on an 8. No. So that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's today's
Sadly,
game.
we're out of time.
Yes, we are. We almost to the minute. So unfortunately, chaps, we've got to end it there. John's got to go to work, and I've got somebody coming round to fit some windows.
Ooh.
It's not as exciting as it sounds. Once again, great game. I really enjoyed that.
Oh yeah. It'd be interesting. We
We always just short, aren't we, of time?
yeah.
If you look down the battlefield, there's a lot of disorder now, isn't there? Like pipe blocks are rattled in the middle. They've lost one of them. My cavalry down my right wing are down to 1 unit, and that's disordered. John's turned my flank. I've got these units here, which could come over, I suppose, and plug the gap. And at the top end, it's all fairly even Steven, isn't it?
Mm.
Just you picking out aces has
Yes.
kept me in the game up here. I
Just
think.
hoping, at some point I would have hoped these guys here would have, just
Yeah.
rolled up,
Yeah.
but it wasn't to be.
I think once you start rolling that, especially against hoplites, it's quite difficult to
Yeah.
fight back, isn't it? But I think the honours are with you today, John, just purely because of casualties.
Yeah.
Not a huge amount of casualties, not formed units anyway, a lot of lights. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's interesting because because we had a game of this pretty much the same armies and situation, and I struggled. I think it was it was a Macedonian victory.
Unfortunately, not on camera.
Yeah, absolutely. I learned to be a lot more cagey with my troops, probably more cagey with my cavalry, which I had tended to sort of ramp up and let you pick me off piecemeal, and less brave with my centre. And still, I haven't spent too much time fighting with.
No, how many infantry units actually claimed a contact?
Yeah,
The enemy?
probably one, and then over here it's starting just to meet. The elephants, I've got to remember, are tough. I think I was quite lucky that I haven't lost more elephants.
Yes.
But and at the later on I was saying, you know what, if I'm fighting, I'm offering you a chance to when you sort of realise that actually if you've not got the advantage, it's probably not worth your while. You're really tossing a coin as to who's going to win.
Yeah. I think it's two armies that we haven't mastered yet.
Yes, definitely.
We'll get there. And the artillery, twangy bits, didn't fire once,
Yes.
did they?
I've never successfully made artillery work in any game.
No, nor have I. But yes, we both put them behind something, don't we?
Yeah.
No, very enjoyable.
Brilliant.
And thanks for watching, and we'll get back to you. Thank you.